In fact, that was the one game that scared me when I was there. It's like, if this game does 1 million units, am I going to have to just make this kind of game? You know, that's frightening.
You mentioned accessing sales data. What is the main kind of source of sales data for games and genres, I guess? It's probably prudent to have a look at that stuff before you put it together.
It depends on the territory. So in the U.S. it's NPD, and that's the main
It's TRIST
source,
data.
TRIST data. In UK it's Chart Track, and then in various different territories in Europe there's a lot of different so.
But if you know someone at a publisher that you're friends with, they can give you that data.
Well, no, they can't officially do that.
Well, they can't do that, but maybe if you ask them if they're really good friends. I never got data that way. So, I don't know, the whole hook thing is really problematic.
And it varies per publisher, it varies per marketing department. It's just something to be aware of. Because you can be aware, they're going to want to know what's your favorite part, what are the features that make a difference. Yeah.
And I think that's where passion comes in, you know. It's like, you start talking about books, I start thinking, what the hell are you passionate about? You know, what this turns you on when you look at a game. It's like, the thing that made me like Puzzle Quest so much was that there's 2 genres that have never been mixed before. And it made perfect sense to me. You know, is that the hook? Or is the hook, it's so addictive that you can't put it down. And you start putting them all together and you start getting, I don't know. I don't know. There's not one thing that you could say, that's why that game's good. It's a combination of things. You know, it's like, we've all played Match 3 1 million times, and we've all heard stories told, and we've done all that. It's a combination of those. And marketing would look at me and go, so what's the hook? We'll play the damn game. I don't know what the hook is. I just like it. You know? I mean, that's the way I feel when they ask me that.
And then finally, just listen to what the publisher is saying when you're talking about your product, because they'll let you know what genres they're going after, what platforms they're going after, what they're looking for, what they'd like to do, and maybe your content as it is doesn't fit in exactly the way that you need it to, but you can go back and fine tune it, or maybe there's something else that you're working on back in the office that's like, oh, that would be perfect, and that fits into what they're looking to do. So ask a lot of questions, because they'll tell you whatever you want to know. They'll tell you how they want to work with you. Be patient. The larger the publisher, the longer the process that it takes. When I was back at THQ, it took me 5 months to get the license approved. It's just you have to, because you're trying to greenlight something, and you need the head of development, and the head of marketing, and the head of sales, and the head of finance, and the CEO signs off on it, or the EVP. And how do they do that? How do you get all those people and nail them down and say, well, look at all of this and say yes and sign this little piece of paper? It takes a long time to do that. But also convey potential time issues. If you have 3 offers already and you're like, you know what, I really want to work with you, I have 3 offers, and I need to see, I need an answer by the end of next week, let me know, because I'll do everything I can to get back to it. And then look to the future, because if it's not that product, there could be something else. Because when we look at a pitch, we're not only looking at that particular concept, but we're looking at that developer. Because there's a lot of things that we have that are coming up, and there's a lot of things that we're looking for the great partners, we're looking for the people we want to work with. So, just be aware that it's not just about that pitch, it's about the relationship that you're building with the publisher.
Because sometimes you pitch something and you look at it and go, man, that technology really is good. I don't like the concept, but maybe these guys will do X for us. Then we start that conversation. And with that conversation, if it goes through, and then we start talking about, so why don't we think about, while we're doing this game, how we can fix the concept? What makes this concept better, so that maybe we can move right into that after we do this. So it is just more than, you're not just selling a game, you're selling yourselves to the publisher, to the PD, to a lot of stuff goes over Kareen's desk, and she comes in my office and goes, so now we got to find a developer for this. And when we present it to marketing, we say, here's the package, and here's what they've done, here's the package. So, it's frightening how few great developers are left out there and have been bought up. So, we're always looking for that. So.
All right. That's it. No questions?
I'm interested in, can I ask a question?
Of course.
Cool, thanks. I'm interested in what you're saying the first quote on the slide is to people guys who don't understand companies like themselves. How preliminary, how early can that be? I mean, it's a bit chicken and the egg, I guess, but it's like, you know, we were talking to this morning about the idea of coming to you guys and saying, pitching out ideas and showing potential and what have you. And then you go, you know, potentially saying that stuff like that. So potentially it might be better for both parties if there's some more preliminary discussion about what it is that you guys are looking for right now. You know,
Exactly.
that sort of stuff. So if you think that you organise that, we'll speak with the numbers, of course.
From our point of view, I'm sorry.
I'll just finalise that, just that you'd be prepared to take up a phone call from Australia saying, listen, I just want to get down to the
We take every meeting and every phone call. Just, you never know who's going to end what. And we truly believe that an introductory phone call, it will take 15 minutes. You really understand what that developer is doing and what they're looking for, and the developer understands what you're looking for and what you're doing, and it just makes so much sense. So an introductory phone call or introductory meeting, I think those things are very important to have, and I would suggest that you all publishers to harass them.
And you know, that's kind of important because sometimes we'll talk and then I'll get really busy and you won't call me and you'll never hear from me. But if you call me, you'll hear from me. And sometimes stuff comes over my desk and the guys that I've worked with before are the guys that pop into my head. But if a guy calls me, you know, they go, oh shit, yeah, we could use this guy. We should see if he wants to make a concept on this product. So it's important to maintain the conversation. You know? I mean, there's some people that we've talked to for 5 and 6 years that we're just now starting to work with. You know, and it's like, eventually you say, you know, we've been talking long enough, don't you think we should probably do something together? And then somehow you find that thing that works between you.
And there is a nice way to grasp people. So just drop me an email every once in a while, just suggest checking in, and just really understand that whoever's doing business development or product development or any product development, there's a lot of stuff going on. So if we don't get back to you immediately, we will get back to you. But it's
and if we don't, just do it again.
Exactly.
You know, do it again. Don't give up. I think we're getting thrown out.
Yeah, before Sarah starts beating us up about going over time, first of all, I wanted to say just two things. From a pitching process point of view, if you're in Victoria, I would strongly recommend you talk to Multimedia Victoria. Margot Ingleby is a representative there. She can help you with prototype funding and some assistance in putting a pitch together. If you're in Queensland, you can talk to Mark Flutter, who's your representative up there, so I strongly recommend that. I'd also look at the GDAA website. The game developers are there to help you. Greg Wander is the gentleman concerned. If he doesn't know, he'll ask someone else and we can get back to you. And then the second thing is I just wanted to thank Careen and Brian for a fantastic presentation because it was open and honest. It basically told you what you needed to do. And for these guys to take the time and trouble to come down from the West Coast is a great thing. And if you've got next Metal Gear Solid or Puzzle Quest, come and talk to these guys. So if you put your hands together for them.